to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
Let's wait a little bit so people can get around. For you guys who are watching this live, enjoy. And for you guys who are not watching this live, hope you watch the whole thing. Just chill it. You watch the whole thing. A little bit. How you guys doing? Anybody in the chat? Dimut first, Vanalespa, yo, wrong music, but good evening. Dr. Carl, good night. Good night. You going to sleep? Yeah, maybe it's time, Sola, bump, Rafael. You gotta pump it up. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Massive bullish Bitcoin candle. Hey, what's up, TL again? Batch Guitar is back in the chat. How you doing, man? Long time no see. Do you like the bounce? Look at it down here. I think this is Mladen's channel. You know, yeah, this is Mladen's channel because you know the crappy you know hits up here on the dollar. The huge bounce. I don't know why it's. I wrote. When do I say that? Unfazed over here. So he came up here and we pumped on the CPI news. Right back down again, going down over here to 26.8. Unfazed. I don't care. I know where we're going. Patch Guitar back in the TFN club, man. Seems like strong coffee. Awake now. Unfazed. Unfazed, guys. Unfazed. Right now, I posted the believer. Unfazed. Still unfazed because we know what's gonna happen next, guys. We know what's gonna happen next. Now, since Vanalespa is complaining a little bit, we're gonna continue with the Vanalespa stuff. Just gonna put endless. There we go. Now we got background noise. Whoop! Remember 14 months. Anne-Marie, good night all. Good night, Anne-Marie. Thanks for stopping by. Don't know what happened to my membership, but I'm back. You're always back. Batch has been around forever. Sticking around. No worries whatsoever. Huge bounce above 10 moving average. This on the 4-hourly time frame. The weekly is not looking that strong just yet. Can I change this? It's just visibility. I cannot change the... I cannot change the text, doesn't matter. Where is my channel? Where is my secondary channel up here? Yeah, this channel over here. We're coming to the resistance right now, but this channel will be broken. This channel towards downside will be broken up here. It's kind of crappy channel because it's not hitting this on the dollar, but you know, it's some kind of channel over here. It's a very fast channel, so I'm expecting, you know, this dump to finish over here and, you know, do something else nice. You know, we're gonna see if that actually happens. But the bottom down here on this move, it did what it's supposed to do. 25.8. We thought it could go down to 25, a little bit more lower than that, because you know our channel was a little bit different than Mladen's channel. This is Mladen's channel. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. I'm sorry about a lot of levels. I was thinking 25.3 all the way down here, but you know it was pretty close. It was pretty close because my channel was a little bit different. My channel was a little bit different up here. This is Mladen's channel. My channel went something like this up here, down to 25.3, but we already did, you know, very nice. So you can all go over here and look at the the volume up here. You see the volume on the bounce. This is actually quite nice. We like that. We like when there is a volume on the bounce. Now there has been volume previously up here, for example on the pump, but we don't care about the pump. We care about the dump with the volume, green volume towards upside. This is actually very nice. We bounced up here. We're creating double bottom up here. Went above that. Right now confirm this double bottom up here. This is small time frame, so you know there is no problem with this over here. But it does look very nice. And we are right now coming into this resistance area where we have been before. But we gotta already talk about what's gonna happen next. You know, are we trading today? What you know, I'm a little bit unsure what we're gonna do. Rafael requested a stream, so here we are having a stream, listening to the chill music and looking at the charts, looking what's gonna happen next. But I don't think there will be any kind of trading tonight, unfortunately. I'm a little bit, you know, on site. I figure out, like, I'm not really that patient of a trader, you know, waiting for candles, watching the chart day in day out, 5-minute chart, 50-minute chart, 1-minute chart, waiting for that entry, and then, you know, entering and all of this stuff. Like, it just tires me out. I like you know, buying and hodling for 2 years, and that's that, you know, investor kind of stuff. Are you longing anything now, TLA? Nah, I was actually thinking about, you know, putting a long, but I was baking a cake. So I did not put in a long. There was a 1 hour time frame right over here. I was actually thinking, because I totally missed this dip over here because I was, you know, baking a cake. For the last couple of days I made 3 bread and 1 cake. I don't know why, but suddenly, you know, I want to bake. But once we came up here, right over here, I wanted actually to long this candle over here, because this is stupidly bullish move. And you know, I was like, nah, I don't have time right now, and then I didn't do that. But there is definitely altcoins that are right now performing. I'm going to show you that I was just, you know, quickly glazing above on the altcoins you see up here. This is a spring over here that's right now happening, and, you know, pushing towards this Cardano up here. But Cardano has this very nice channel, guys. Cardano is on the bottom down here. You can see Cardano is on the bottom over here, and it looks very nice. So, you know, there is no other way to go than, you know, over here. Because if you drop down over here, then you know, who knows how the bake adopter. Exactly. I make the best cake. I can only make 1 cake. It's chocolate cake. It's the world's best cake. I'm not even joking, guys. It is the world's best chocolate cake, and I make that. It's a family recipe, so, you know, you cannot get this anywhere else. It's really tasty because there is a lot of, you know, eggs and a lot of, you know, butter. And anything that has a lot of eggs and butter, it's really tasty and yummy, and a lot of sugar. So, you know, there's that. So one of my kids got, you know, every time one of my kids got, you know, birthday, I make a cake. So, you know, I do this 3 times a year. Along ADA, 50x, of course. Nice, Sola, nice, very nice. So I don't think this is gonna happen up here. I think we are at some kind of bottom over here right now, going up here. It's only a matter of time before we get above these moving averages over here, and then continue towards the upside. This is just Cardano, but we can look at some other coins as well. Over here, this is Ape. You see Ape also. This is the, you know, some kind of channel that I drew over here because of these, you know, 2 important tops up here. I'm a little bit unsure whether this is, because over here it does seem that it actually, you know, hits up here. There's some kind of midline up here. Let's see, you know, it should be down here somewhere over here, give or take, because, you know, somewhere. I think it's also some, you know, some kind of bottom down here as well. Let's see if you can, you know, just draw it, you know, just channel like this over here. Some kind of midline up here, you know, the bottom line, but, you know, it's midline of this channel over here, and, you know, it's midline of the bigger channel as well. So it might be at the bottom of something, right? Let's see the volume up here on this thing over here right now. Let's see the volume on ApeCoin up here. The volume has been increasing in these moves up here on the daily time frame. Let's see, do we have any kind of spring up here? No, we don't. No, we don't. Yeah, there was one thing I wanted to show you guys that is gonna, you know, let you know a little bit about, you know, why we are a little bit bullish over here. Yeah, over here. So let me show you something, guys. Let's just remove everything from the chart so you can see this better. And you know, you can definitely understand this very nicely. So over here, this move over here, when we are going towards downside, this move up here was curving towards the upside. It didn't do this over here. You'll see how oftentimes, you know, moves do this move up here, but this move did this move up here. You can see up here, and I already over here understood, even though you were up there and we are going towards downside, I said in the chat, I expect a dump and then pump, right? I expect a, you know, a scam dump and then a pump, right? And this over here was what I was expecting. I did not actually believe that we are going to go down. I was thinking that this might actually go something like this and go continue towards downside. I did not expect a, you know, 2% dump towards downside over here. But over here, this move up here is very bullish. So when you go towards downside very fast and then you do this move, this is very bullish move. This is you know, a lot of buyers coming in the market and buying up. So you want to see this kind of recovery, right? And over here, I'm going to show you, for example, over here when we dumped towards downside, over here, big dump, and then we did this move up here. This is not actually a good move. Yes, sure, you can bounce up here and continue towards upside, but this is actually, this actually indicates that there are still sellers in the market and they are pushing price down. So sellers are actually winning over here. On the other hand, so you know, so this kind of moves you do not want to see on the chart if you are bullish, right? On the other hand, this kind of move down here, you know, it went up and then it started going faster towards the upside and then pulled back, did this, and then, you know, explode towards the upside. So this over here, already when you're starting going up here, I was getting, you know, very bullish. I'm in a long from this afternoon. We're gonna close it for a nuke next week. Nice. Dump started by CZ tweeting Binance leaving Canada. I bet he bought the dip. I don't know. I haven't seen what, you know. I've seen a lot of. I've seen that Elon Musk has hired a new CEO, and I said that, you know, I think this would have been the best kind of. You know, deal for everybody. I think Elon Musk should hire a 12-year-old genius kid CEO. There are so many benefits to this. The kid doesn't have enough internet history to be able to be compromised, because everybody has internet history. Smart enough to understand the tech, stupid enough to try new things, and the PR will be massive. I think, you know, if that Elon Musk should have hired, you know, a 12-year-old CEO. I think that would be the best for everybody. But, you know, there is coming some kind of girl. I don't know where she is from, but you know, there is that. Let me see up here. Did I say anything else of interest up here? Yeah, we can talk about EMAS. I'm gonna show you something very interesting, and you can see here 355.113, and this is 355.113 moving average. I said let's play a game. Who knows who guessed the EMAS? Sorry, not EMAS. Moving averages. And people are close, but not that close. But you know, these moving averages are very tight. I'm gonna show you those in a second. Good night, y'all. Might suggest a Sunday streaming. Looking forward to weekly close. Sunday might happen. Sunday might happen. We're gonna see how this actually plays out. Big Tuna Crypto. Long time no see. I do, man. You like the pump? I hope you like the pump. Solana, please, Pepe. We can talk about meme coins as well. Let me show you something on the chart. Let me do two moving averages up here, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm using these 355 and 113. What did I just do? 355, 113, and go to the daily time frame up here. Look here, man. These are two moving averages. The yellow one is the 130 moving average, and the purple one is 355 moving average. Now you might be wondering, hey man, those are some very random moving averages. Yes, they are, but they are not. I'm gonna explain to you why. And if you look in the past, it did hold well as a support. Especially this 200 moving average, both as a resistance and support. And you can see up here on the dollar holding the support, and over here as a resistance up here on the 113. And there is an indicator called Pi top Bitcoin Pi cycle top indicator up here. If you look at this indicator, you'll see, and you add the moving averages up here, show moving averages. Okay, you'll see that the one of these moving averages, the 130 moving average is actually the same. But the other one is not. The other one is not. So what gives? So here is the thing, because this green one is not actually. So I checked the code up here, and what he is doing is he is taking, you know, long times 2. So he taking the moving averages and multiplies by 2 for whatever reason. I don't know. But these are 350, 111 moving averages. But what I'm using is 355 and 13. 355 and 13. So as you can see up here, this is pi suck indicator. This that's been telling us, you know, where the this is a thing that's been telling us where every single top has been, right? And there is also a, you know, pi cycle bottom indicator. So it uses, you know, the pi to figure out, you know, where the tops are and where the bottoms are, right? It is very accurate so far. It has been very, very accurate every single time, and you gotta ask yourself, why does this happen, right? And then yesterday or the day before that, I watched a movie called The Forecaster. I watched a movie called The Forecaster, and in this movie there is this guy that figured out how markets move, and he was you know, doing forecasts for you know, trillion-dollar companies, and telling them, you know, when markets are gonna crash, when markets are gonna pump and stuff like that. And he said that basically the markets move in 6 waves, and based on some kind of ratio of pi, 8.6 years, 51.7 years every six cycles and stuff like that, you know, mega cycle. And right now we're coming to that last, you know, mega cycle and stuff like that, right? So, but he was using pi to figure out, you know, how many years there are since every big major crash, right? So I was thinking, like, pi cycle top indicator, right? Let's see what is the closest 2 numbers that you can get to the pi. And the closest 2 numbers is not 350 divided by 111. It's not 350 divided by 111, because that's 315.31. It's actually 355 divided by 113, because then you get 5 digits, 3.1459. You get a 5-digit correct pi number. So the closest you can get on the pi with the 2 moving averages, 355 divided by 13. And when you do that, you get these lines. Right, you get these very, very nice lines. Over here you don't see the wick down, because Brave New Liquid index is always 1 day old. But you can see right now over here, for example, we are hitting right now that on the dollar again, and bouncing off of that level, you know, like champs. So I think these moving averages are interesting for whatever reason. There is another interesting moving average that you know, I talked about before, and it's 666 on the daily time frame. It is very, very nice. I gotta admit, it is very nice for whatever reason. You know, it's holding very nicely up here and down here, and you know, it's you know, especially this button, like over here, wasn't that nice, but it has been working. As long as we are above, you know, above it, it's good. But right now we are still below it, so you know, we are waiting to get above 666 moving averages. But until that happens, we got, you know, we got a 355, 113. We got these 2, and it is very nice. So that's one of the things that I want to show you. And for you guys that didn't watch the movie, I couldn't watch the entire movie, because you know, it's pretty badly done. It's a documentary about the guy, and there is a lot of stuff that I really don't want to know. I just want to know how he figured out you know, the market. So I you know, fast forwarded a lot, but you are welcome to watch it. You can find it free on the internet if you don't want to buy it. So there is that. But it was very interesting. Right now we are hitting that level on the dollar, which is very, very nice. Now this pump up here, it is legitimately nice, because this is a spring down here. We are already, if you look at the RSI on the daily time frame, this on the 4 hourly. On the 4 hourly was already below, you know, it was down to some kind of 26 levels. But I was looking at this daily. This daily did not come all the way down to 30 levels. It came down to 38. It came down to 38, and up here yesterday it closed at 39. So you know, it's already at some kind of bottom. It's all, you can see up here also, this one down here came down to some kind of 45 levels. Right now we are a little bit below that over here. This dip down here came all the way down to 30. So are we gonna get another, you know, dip down to 30 levels? You can see up here that the momentum is swinging below the 0 line up here, below the 0. But the dips, the bounce is nice. Now bigger trend up here is not yet broken. That's the important thing to understand. So even this dip is, you know, this bounce is very, very nice, and we like it, and everything is, you know, nice and dandy. The bigger downtrend up here of these red candles on the daily time frame is still not yet broken. So I would like to see this broken. I would like us to get above, you know, 28.3 or something like that, to become, you know, increasingly more bullish. Not even you know, even this channel over here right now is not yet broken, right? So this channel up here, where is this channel up here, give or take? Maybe something like this over here, give or take. It's not even broke. That's about the 20 moving average up here on the 4 hour time frame. But it is nice pump, you know, everybody likes nice pump, so that's why we're doing stream, looking at how this is gonna play out. getting bouncing. It looked like we are going to break down to around 23 for a while. I won't say that it looked like we're going to break down to 23. We're kind of expecting the 25, well, a little bit lower than 25.8, like 25.3 or something like that. But, you know, Milano line hit it on the dollar, which is actually very, very good. Bitcoin about to go crazy. I don't know if it's about to go crazy. There are a lot of people, but yeah, I don't know. Also, if you remember, guys, a couple of streams ago, I told you about how I often look at Bitcoin dump compared to how altcoins are dumping. And yesterday, Bitcoin dumped like 2%, something like that, and altcoins were around 3-4%. But today, when Bitcoin was down 2.5%, altcoins did only 0.5% on average, right? So altcoins weren't actually looking to dump down with Bitcoin today. And you can also see that on the you can also see that on the over here. This is Bitcoin dominance, but it was right now it went a lot down because of this move over here. But the dominance of over here was going towards downside dominance. So Bitcoin was dumping more towards downside. Bitcoin was going down, dominance was going down, but altcoins weren't dumping that much. I sold my kidney and bought Bitcoin at 100x leverage. I lost it all. What do I sell next? You got 2 kidneys, man. So yeah, so we are just very happy because Bitcoin did bounce very nicely. See here also on daily time frame, 200 moving average on the daily, which is very, very nice. 200 moving average hitting down here, acting as a support, all the way through, which is very sorry. This is we need to bring our nice weekly. Where is the weekly? There we go. Let's go to another chart up here. See up here, weekly 200 moving average, which is very nice. Now, what is not nice on the weekly time frame is that we got a low and got a lower low over here, right? We got a low and a lower low. Today is Friday as well. Let me see how did CME futures close. Let me see how the CME, CME futures closed up here with this doji at the top up here and then closed lower. So it broke below the 10 moving average, but the 10 moving average is not that exciting. You can see down here 20 moving. So you can break, even over here you got a lower low on the chart as well. Lower low, and the RSI was also going towards downside, just like over here. It's going towards out, but we pumped, right? So it does look like it is the same kind of move up here. You got a lower low, but there is no divergence up here, and the momentum up here has been. Let me see the momentum up here on these two moves. Momentum is just going kind of a little bit sideways up here. It should go a little bit higher, but it's not. And right now the weekly is curving a little bit towards downside, a little bit too much, but you can always do this, right? If it does this over here, then it's gonna increase in speed, So this be a little bit too early to say whether this is on the weekly time frame breaking towards downside. But just because we got a lower low doesn't mean that we cannot do this pump over here towards the upside. So I'm not worried yet about when it comes to weekly time frames on Bitcoin. And everything looks nice and dandy. So yes, we are breaking below the 10 moving average. We are breaking below the support levels over here at 27.6. This important level of support, but next level important level of support is down here at 24.2. You also see 20 moving average and 50. So yes, we are a little bit going towards downside over here. There might be some kind of start of a bigger move up here towards downside, but we don't just know yet. It's a little bit too early to say. People are getting a little bit excited right now, but we still got this channel over here that's not we are not yet out of it, but it is a very steep channel. And all of these steep channels eventually gets out and do either nice bounce or something like that, right? So if you look at this this channel over here, we might assume that we might get something like where was Milan line? Let's use Milan line up here, give or take. Something like this, right? So if it does get, if it gets out of this channel up here, we might, expect, again, to at least try to get above this midline over here and then, go all the way to the top. So there is that. Not yet where we want to be, but, it was a nice bounce. It is a spring. It is hope. There is that, but alts already bleeding for days, new low in place. Yes, they have been bleeding in days, but right now, as you can see, they are on some kind of bottoms. We started by looking at Cardano and ApeCoin. You can see up here, ApeCoin is also getting to this bottom line over here. Let me pop the other moving averages. Let's go to the weekly time frame up here on AP. AP is already below the moving averages up here and pushing down, but right now we got the, you know, the midline up here, some kind of midline, and then you got this downtrend over here also hitting that midline as well. So it is some kind of support down here where it might actually bounce over here towards upside. So it is sitting on support. Cardano, I just showed you that it is definitely 100% on the support levels over here, doing this up here. So, you know, the question is it gonna do this move up here? Let's check out some other coins up here. Matic fell out of my channel. The big question is whether this channel up here is correct or not, because it could be, you know, some place up here as well, but even that channel is out of every single channel. Let's go to bigger time frames up here and see, you know, how this might actually play out. No, it should be something like this over here. Yeah, maybe something like this over here, because it hits it on the dollar, right? And then this one should maybe go all the way up to there towards, there we go. So maybe it's something, maybe everything is on, you know, depends on where these channels are, but maybe everything is right now on the support. And I do truly believe that, you know, because we've been bleeding for a long time on everything for a long time. Oh, this is a weekly candle, like 1 month, you know, straight down. This is 1 month down, you know, we are down something like, you know, 30% on coins. And if this, you know, start of the bull market, you know, it shouldn't be going down like 30%. Now, there is that. I've been discussing certain things over here, but you can see over here, for example, you know, Shiba Inu is also going very, very speedily down. Right now, I think these moving averages might come down and then it might bounce, and then, you know, we start the mega rally towards upside. So when is the alt season coming? That's the big question, right? When is the alt season coming up here? You can see up here we start going towards upside right now, you know, reversing, going a little bit towards downside. We're still holding these resistance levels up here at the top, right? We failed to break it one, you know, first time, second time, third time we failed to break, right now pulling back. So just maybe we are gonna, you know, do this move over here, and altcoins are gonna have altcoin season. We just had meme season, so there is that. But, you know, I still believe that, you know, there is chance that Bitcoin does another big fast move towards upside, and altcoins as well. But you know, big altcoins follow Bitcoin, and only when we get up here to some kind of 53%, 50%, you know, dominance, that we might get some kind of altcoin season. But, you know, these what are you gonna say, these dominance charts and dominance you know, analysis are not actually that good, at least from you know, the way I see it. DXY has actually finally pumped, as you can see up here, and it is pumping like crazy, and Bitcoin is going down. So the question is this down? This over here seems to be, you can see up here how it's curving towards upside. This is bullish move, and then it falls down, pushes down up here, and then it went up here, and then it did another curvature move. It's actually a very bullish move for DXY. So I'm expecting maybe to retest the resistance levels up here at the top up here, 200 moving average or something like that. So the big question is right now, if dollar continues going up like, you know, 2-3% towards the upside, is Bitcoin gonna continue falling down? Because we know, and we stopped, you know, watching Bitcoin in comparison with the DXY, because DXY once pumped and Bitcoin pumped as well, and we thought like there is 100% almost chance that, you know, DXY is gonna pump, so Bitcoin has to dump, and Bitcoin didn't dump, it pumped with the DXY, you know. So if DXY goes towards upside, I would say that, you know, there is always probability that Bitcoin is gonna pump as well. So I don't want to be you know, that guy that, you know, says no, it's going up, we're gonna go down. No, I don't see you know, one-to-one correlation between the DXY and Bitcoin. It seems to me over here, yes, we have been going towards the downside all the way towards the top, and that does in a bigger moves, maybe it does have some kind of correlation, right? And this move up here went down, and this up here is going towards upside, right? So in bigger moves, maybe it does have some kind of correlation, but small moves and stuff like that, I don't want to put my money, you know, on what DXY is doing. I don't want to put my money on what DXY is doing. Unfortunately, over here, if you look at the S&P 500 up here, S&P 500 is getting these moving averages up here, but it's failing to break the resistance up here. It's just kind of curving up here, going into these moving averages. Should already have pumped up here. It was bullish, but you know, I never like this. Once you break certain, you know, important resistance levels, you should, you know, consolidate and continue pumping. But this is not continuing pumping, guys. It's not gonna. So this is getting me a little bit worried. The Dow Jones is pulled back over here to inside the moving averages. Again, not breaking the resistance level over here. The only thing that is actually going towards upside right now is the Nasdaq. For whatever reason, you can see up here Nasdaq, and you know, Nasdaq is following this 10 moving average towards the upside. So, but the Nasdaq is also coming to this resistance level up here at the top. So whether it's gonna, you know, manage, you know, whether everything's gonna manage to break towards upside or not depends. Also, again, what is correlated, what is not correlated? Is Bitcoin correlated with S&P, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq, and the DXY? I do not know. So, you know, I do not like to, you know, make predictions, at least not anymore. I make prediction based on, you know, what other coins are doing, or what other indexes are doing. I would like to see what Bitcoin is doing, and, you know, make prediction based on the chart, because, you know, the chart is already pricing in everything that's happening, right? The chart is already pricing in everything that's happening. So you can see up here, it was a very nice pump. This was kind of expected. Over here, this dump, and then pump above moving average. Right now, coming to this 50 moving average on the 1 hourly time frame up here, trying to stay above the 10 moving average. This might actually take a little bit time, and the daily time frame up here just bounced up here. So we're gonna see if this daily time frame does another move towards the downside over here before it actually, you know, go towards us, because that can definitely happen. So we need to see some kind of continuation of the price to see, you know, what's gonna happen next. How are the moons? Yeah, how are the moons? We had a full moon up here, which is actually a very, very bad moon. This was eclipse moon, and we said, you know, up here at, you know, 5th May might actually be a problem, because this full moon up here might actually push us down. You know, every time we get a moon with an eclipse, you know, the eclipses are bad. I don't know why. Doesn't matter what kind of eclipse it is bad. Right, and this on the 5th of May just, you know, pushed us all the way through towards downside. But right now we are getting into the zone that we want to get in. Right now we are getting into the zone, or we are into the zone that we want to get in, right? The liquidity zone up here, right? That's where we want to get in. This is the liquidity zone for Bitcoin, right? Because there has been almost no trading up here. We just shoot above that, and all of these other guys up here at the top. All of these other guys up here at top that long stuff that I put a, you know, stop loss is just below the wicks up here, and you know, they got their liquidity, you know, levels down there, right? So getting into those levels up here, getting into that zone, the liquidity zone, you know, a lot of new buys getting in, and might actually, you know, help us push us towards the upside. So this is what but we do not want to fall below the liquidity zone, stuff like that, especially not below 22.5. I think we said last time down here. We don't want to do that. Yeah, those darn eclipses. Yeah, those darn eclipses. Always eclipses, man. Like every single time. Eclipse is bad, guys. We learned our lesson the hard way. Eclipses are bad. Lots of alts on critical support. Bitcoin could drop to 22 and still be bullish. Yeah, you are completely right. Bitcoin could drop down quite heavily and still be bullish. Bitcoin can actually do that. Bitcoin can actually drop heavily towards downside and still be bullish. Unfortunately for altcoins, that might not be the case. Let's see up here. Are we out of this channel up here? Nah, it looks like we are still in the channel. Like even up here, 24.8. But I would say, you know, anything, yeah, this line down here, the 50 moving area. I think we can drop down as low as 22k and still be hugely bullish on Bitcoin. When's next one? Next what? Eclipse. I don't know when the next eclipse. I think we are done with the eclipse season, which I think is very good. Let's see up here, astrology. You know, we got our, you know, we got our calendar. You know, we got our, you know, manly calendar up here. Let's see up here. Right now we are in May. See, full moon, and then we got a pre-numbular lunar eclipse. We got a lunar eclipse. These eclipses are never good. These eclipses are never good. So the next is new moon and Mercury greatest western allegation. I don't know. You should ask Maren about this one. So I don't know what that is. We got a full moon with nothing on June 4th. Where is the new moon? 19th is the new moon, and the June 4th is the full moon. Again, new moon, June, Solace, new moon on the 18th. We get a super moon on July 3rd. And then we got a new moon. And then we got a super moon on August 1st. And then we got a new moon. But there are no eclipses. And then we got a super moon, full moon, super moon, blue moon on August 31st. So these super moons, guys, these super moons are very, very Very, very powerful. We got 3 supermoon, July, August, 3 times, which is gonna be super fun. So something is gonna happen there. So if you continue dumping towards downside, you know where the next bottom is gonna be, right? New moon, no, Neptune is opposition. Full moon, again, super moon. We got 4 super moons. Depends on how, you know, you got 4 super moons coming in this year between July and September. But no, there are no more eclipses. I think the eclipse season is done. Manly calendar, yeah, manly calendar. 19 bottom down. Nah, I don't see 19 bottom down here. I don't see that. I don't see that. Also, this move up here doesn't seem, because we went up here and went sideways up here and I just pushed a little bit. I think this looks just like, you know, consolidation up here before the next move towards the upside. And we went all the way from the top of the channel, you know, if you can calculate like this up here, top of the channel to the bottom down of the channel up here. So, you know, we can definitely right now. And also we get, you know, the 5th May eclipse moon is done. So technically we don't need to wait, you know, we don't need to wait for anything else. And we hit this, you know, very, very nicely on the downside, which is very good, very good. So I am not yet, you know, 100%, you know, completely bullish, because I do know that, you know, stuff until resistance are broken, we cannot assume that, you know, this is actually good, right? Resistance, like this 4 hourly, even this 4 hourly above 10 moving average is closing in 1 hour and 22 minutes. So you need to wait a lot of time. You see up here on the 1 hourly hitting this 50 moving average and bouncing back off of that. But yeah, long term, like weekly chart up here, like there is no problem with weekly chart. There is a little bit, you know, shady business going on up here on the monthly time frame though, because on the monthly time frame we got a major resistance level up here at 35k, and before that the only level we have of resistance is at right now at 31.5. And you can see up here we came very, very close to that, and we are right now bouncing, but right below us, major support level is at 23.3, and we got a 50 moving average right below us over here, right? So yes, we are above certain, you know, resistance levels over here, sorry, support levels, but we are also hitting, did hit this 20 moving average on the monthly time frame. Now, monthly time frame, although people do not think, you know, look at that too much, because, you know, it changes so slow, it is a very important time frame. It is a very important time, but I would say, you know, everything can be, you know, everything can be looked at on the weekly time frame, because weekly time frame up here is a lot better indication of what's going to happen next. Let's see up here, 2-day time frame. Sorry, let's go something like this up here, give or take. Yeah, so I would say that this move down here, once we came up here towards us, I would say this is just, you know, consolidation in a downtrend over here. Consolidation and downtrend before we continue towards the upside. So we're gonna see if this move up here can continue towards the upside. The good thing is that we are, you know, we are steeply going towards downside. So if you continue going downside, we can do this. But if you see this move go, you know, out of the channel towards downside, this is actually very, very bad. We don't want to do this, right? We want this channel up here to break towards the upside eventually and continue going towards the upside. I'm still unfazed by the move. I'm still, you know, in no way, shape or form, you know, worried about anything. Short squeeze will come again. There is only one short squeeze. I was actually thinking about this yesterday, and you remember down here at the bottom we are talking about how the short squeeze always happens after ending of the accumulation phase. This over here was the short squeeze, guys. This move up here was the short squeeze. Entire move up here was the short squeeze. This over here was the short squeeze, guys. And this short squeeze always happen. See up here, short squeeze up here. This over here was short squeeze. Short squeeze, right? And every single time after accumulation phase, you get the short squeeze immediately after it, right? So if you look over here a little bit back in time up here, that was that one. If you go even further down here, you see up here as well. When it came to the bottom down here and start going up, you get this, you know, short squeeze. This is a short squeeze. Everything up here is consolidation and continuation towards the upside, but the very first move is the short squeeze from the bottom, and we already had that. So I think the bottom is already, you know, the bottom short squeeze already happened up here. You see this parabolic move towards the upside, just, you know, explode towards the upside, consolidate, peak down over here a little bit, went up, tried to go up, push it back. Right now consolidating over here. I expect, I still expect this move to be more probable, but I will let this channel to play out. So, and if you do fall out of the channel, this support level over here, if you do fall out of this support level down here, this is gonna be bad. Stay away from it. Any opinion on Pepe? What you want to know about Pepe, man? Pepe is done. We need to wait for the weekends to sell. We need I might be wrong on this one, and you can see up here, this on the 2-day time frame. Let's see up here, it's getting a slight bounce up here, but I think just too many people, because who is gonna buy your bags? Who's gonna buy your bags on Pepe? That's the big question, right? When Pepe was going out, the first thing I noticed is that some of these people that were shilling, they were nobody. Suddenly I see on my Twitter page, Pepe this, Pepe that. And then I want to get into Pepe, but I didn't, and then it goes towards the upside. And then I see these, small, random influencers coming out and shilling Pepe. And then suddenly I see everybody talking about Pepe. And then suddenly I see, big influencer talking about Pepe. So you gotta ask yourself, what is the next thing that can pump Pepe, right? If Pepe went up to 2 billion market cap, what is the next thing that can pump Pepe? That's all I want to know. Because BitBoy is on the board, Altcoin Daily is on the board, Crypto is probably on the board, the Moon has talked about Pepe. Everybody's talked about Pepe. There is nobody else who can, you can shield Pepe to in the crypto community that can make Pepe go up. So the only thing that can make Pepe go up is, normies, mainstream, retail. They need to get, and they're not here until, bull market 2025. So when bull market 2025 comes, Pepe is gonna pump again. Because right now, Bitcoin, but once these biggest, crypto influencers, YouTubers start shilling stuff, it's pretty much over. Like, there is nobody else in that, there is no other money that can come in, right? So the way I see Pepe over here right now, it really doesn't matter what's happening, if it's gonna go a little bit towards the upside or downside, or maybe it's gonna make a double top up here and go down again. I don't know. The only thing I know, based on market psychology and market cycles, is that right now we need to, Pepe needs to get rid of weekends. It needs to go down, get rid of weekends, and somewhere down here, once he gets rid of the weekends, there will be a reaccumulation zone or accumulation zone. If you consider this accumulation zone, then this will be, a reaccumulation zone, but it's not actually a reaccumulation zone, because the reaccumulation zones comes inside the same move. So this will be some kind of accumulation zone, and then goes towards upside. Pepe, you gotta understand, Pepe is like Bitcoin, but it moves very, very fast, right? So how long is is a meme coin cycle? 3 months, 6 months, I don't know, but it moves faster than Bitcoin. So before I actually started doing, looking at crypto, I was trading, stocks, and stocks, stocks moves really, really slow. Like, you can wait like years until it goes a little bit up, a little bit down, right? And the reason people love Bitcoin is moves a lot, faster and a lot more volatile. Now, meme coins are the next level, right? In 1 month's time, it goes up. In 2 months, 2-3 months, it goes down, and then it goes up again. So meme season is like crypto season, just really condensed and very, very fast. But it doesn't matter what kind of pump up here it gets. I really don't see it going up to the all-time high again up here on it like that. Many get rug pulled. Yeah, I mean that's the nature of meme coins. Now the thing about meme coins, you get rug pulled, right? People, oh no, meme coins are bad, you get rug pulled. Yes, you get rug, but in crypto, in altcoins, you get the rug pulled as well. It's just a little bit different. Somebody makes some kind of project, they say this is the next big thing, everybody buys, and then suddenly, yeah, but we are not doing anything, slowly bleeds towards downside, right? It's the same thing. Yeah, there are different kind of rug pulls. There is a rug pull, scam rug pull where it, they just, 100% sell immediately. Just take up, pick up all the liquidity, and then there is, the scam where they, make some coin. They know it's not gonna perform well, but they hype it up, and then they slowly sell that coin. So there are kind of rug pulls in altcoins as well. No use case whatsoever. That is true. There is no use case whatsoever. But where is the use case for NFTs? I like rock pools too. Now, use case for NFT, there is use case for NFTs. If the NFTs has the utility, you can use them for this, you can use them for that. I get that. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. I mean, there are NFTs with utilities. Ronaldo, that what? Suicoin. Jake Paul. Yeah, Jake Paul rug pulled the NFT, market or whatnot, right? So, is there anything that's like doing 10% or anything like that right now? Not yet. Yeah, there is one coin. Yeah, that's my coin. I don't want to share that, but it's down like 25% since I was down 50% and I was down even 25% after that as well. So there is that. Is there anything you guys want me to check out, look at? Was there some kind of news? Yeah, this is the forecaster guy. He has these ideas about 6 cycles. Six. Same site. Here's this 6 cycle. 6 cycle, target 20 economic. It's called economic in that forecaster guy. It's called economic confidence model, right? So it thinks around the 2024 we're gonna reach some kind of top and then move down. 2025 and then we go all the way down to 20 down in 2025. But I've seen several different kind of explanation of this economic model. Wow, sorry about that. What's here? Martin Armstrong forecasts. Let's see up here. See here, peak in the West, 2032. And we are right now just over here, commodity boom, 2024. Then go after 2024, we go a little bit down and then a peak in the West, 2032. Something like private wave, I don't know. You're welcome to check that out. Wyckoff spring test incoming, or are we in phase E? Thoughts? Yeah, it depends on what kind of Wyckoff chart you're looking at. Is accumulation phase or what? XRP, FTM, yeah, we can check it out. Like this bottom down here is definitely played out. So I think we are out of the any kind of accumulation phase. So if you, we don't need to look at it that much about. We don't need to look at that much on the Wyckoff accumulation switch break, because down here this was the Wyckoff accumulation phase over here. This over here is Wyckoff accumulation phase. The same thing was, this was also another type of accumulation phase. But we have been comparing this accumulation zone with this one over here, and they are pretty much the same. And these zones ended with this spring. Sorry, this short squeeze. The short squeeze ends the accumulation zone, and that was the case. And that was what we are calling for up here, right? So this accumulation up here, this Wyckoff accumulation, if you want to call it Wyckoff accumulation, ended with the spring up here. So not spring, ended with this short squeeze. And with short squeeze. Yeah, we won't be looking too much on Wyckoff accumulation, but I think it's already done. And this spring up here that we had, it's already done. So there was a spring. No, you have to zoom out. Zoom out how much? Where is the spring? There are a couple of different, Wyckoff zones, but also this spring up here was very nice. We are expecting the spring. You can see up here we got the spring. this is the spring that, you know, spring us towards the upside up here. So yes, we're going a little bit down, but you know, we're still majorly bullish on the chart. We're still majorly bullish on the chart. So up here, this top part up here is no way, shape or form in any kind of, you know, Wyckoff accumulation or distribution shape or anything like that. 2 times with spring and about, yeah, but we had the spring over here. So this was 25. I would say, you know, even though I think that, you know, accumulation ended over here with this move up here, we had this spring where we broke through the 25. You can see the spring over here. We broke through 25 on that one. So I was expecting spring. Actually, I was expecting spring a lot sooner. I was actually hoping this is going to be a spring over here and then do something like this over here towards the upside. I was expecting a spring because when we were down here and we are going sideways up here, I was expecting a move down and immediate move right back. But when it came down and started going sideways, I was like, oh man, what WTF, what's going to happen next? Are we going to drop down to 10K? Is Capo going to be right? You know, and then we did this, you know, very nice move up here towards the upside. It's very nice. I think the XRP still has support reach around 37, 38. Yeah, okay, let's check out XRP because I know a lot of people are on XRP. XRP bandwagon. I really don't get XRP, guys. I'm gonna tell you again, I'm not a XRP army fan or XRP anything like that. I even wrote on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, you should. I'm not trying to, you know, shield my Twitter account, but you know, I do post, you know, funny stuff from time to time. Where did I post that? Yeah, I have been coming to a realization that I do not like coins that have too many bag holders, even more bag holders from all the way back in 2017. And bag holder is somebody who's holding a bags in a loss, right? That's a bag holder. Moon River, 199. Peanut, yeah, sure, man. Just a second. So I come to realization that I really don't like, you know, coins that have bag holders like EOS, XRP. Some other coins have, you know, bag holders, not necessarily from this bull market over here, but especially from the previous bull market. So if you bought top up here at Bitcoin and you're right now bag holder, I probably would say, you know, over here there was a, you know, you were a bag holder for a while, but you know that quickly changed. But if it go down here and, you know, stay here for I would say there's something wrong with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down below 20K and you're a bag holder, I would say there's something wrong with Bitcoin. But that is the case with XRP though. Where is XRP? This is the case with XRP. XRP up here at the tops. Over here at the tops. All of these XRP. And right now you're still bag holding the same thing up here. You're at the same level you were before. You know, good coins do this move. Good coins go here, up, down, up, down. I mean, they got these steps towards the upside. They go climb higher and higher and higher. This thing up here, I mean, it's almost at the same level, almost same level. Yeah, it is a little bit better, but you know, these moves did not come up here above up here. So you know, I don't like it that much. Like, you know, another good example, and I really don't. I talk shit about EOS a lot. But EOS is one of these coins that had, you know, big moves, and then it did over here. Entire bull run, it did this over here and then right back down. And look here, the support levels up here. You're below the support levels. The only people are buying EOS is because people think that, you know, because the number is 0.8 or 0.7 or 0.x, you know, that it can go to, you know, 50 or something like that, right? So they are looking at the numbers, they're not looking at the chart and stuff like that, and I don't like that. But you know, EOS is all tech. You know, it's not doing it. Imagine if you got the Vitalik make Ethereum and it's like, you know what, you can have it, Ethereum, I'm gonna go away, bye-bye. And then there is no more development. That's what happened with EOS. Dan Larimer, the guy who made EOS, biggest ISO, it's not IPO, I forgot the word. ICO, biggest ICO in history of crypto. $4 billion he managed to get to make EOS. And he makes EOS, and what does he does? It's finished, here you go, community can take care of it now, I'm gonna go, bye-bye. I'm gonna do some other stuff. No, zero development after that. It's funny, it's really funny. So yeah, if you see developers, you know, leaving the project and stuff like that, that's a big no sign. Let's check out XRP, what's happening with XRP up here right now. So the most interesting part up here on the XRP, of course, is the bottom, of course, and the bottom up here is a very nice channel. And until something happens with this channel that right now tells us that we are out of the channel for whatever reason, We are not. We are below the midline up here. We're still not on the bottom down here when it comes to EOS. Sorry, not EOS. When it comes to let me see up here. Is it some kind of? I mean, technically, it could be some kind of support level. Maybe it's already. Maybe it's you know, did this move up here, but maybe it's you know, starting to do this, you know, this curvature towards upside. That will be hoping. Let's see moving averages up here on the chart. Yeah, 20-50 moving average. There is some kind of support up here. So hopium is that, you know, it's gonna bounce. The most important part up here, and then when the next move is gonna come, comes from this move down here, because you see this move up here, this move up here. This channel needs to break towards the upside. So we can zoom in on that part over here. Let's see up here, probably somewhere up here. Yeah, it goes something like this over here, give or take. Where should the midline be? I'm just trying to find the channel, but you know, give or take. Let's go to the daily time frame over here. Let's remove the moving average for a second and just see this thing, this top up here, top there, top there. Yeah, it looks like this one. Can you go down there? Yeah, something like this over here. So because this engulfing candle, so we can you know, jump over that, and then these move up here, and these two bottoms looks nice. Let me just see up here. Does this actually looks nice? This looks nice as well. Depends where the channel is. Depends where the channel is, and I can't find the channel right now. If I was a line, I would say that this move up here goes something like this over here. Doesn't matter. Yeah, give or take, doesn't matter. I would say this is the channel up here. Right now, you know, it needs to get up here towards the upside, but in this bigger channel, I don't think it's not yet on the bottom. It doesn't have to come to the bottom every time. This would be actually very bullish if we would stop up here and, you know, continue towards the upside up here. But overall, it's been doing, you know, it's been having this, you know, big pumps up here. But overall, it's been just staying in an accumulation zone still. I think, you know, XRP is still an accumulation, just like Link. You've seen Link right over here. This is the most funny chart ever. Don't you love Link, man? People are still talking about Link like it's you know, the next big thing and stuff like that. But you know, Link is all tech. Link is all tech. XRP could be an example for how to integrate crypto in modern economics some way. I don't know, man. I cannot tell you about anything about XRP. I'm not an XRP fan. I really don't like any kind of, you know, any kind of chart that has too many backholders from, you know, 2 seasons back, and whether that's EOS or XRP or some other, you know, Dash, some other coin. I don't know. You know, yes, in the bull market everything goes up, but you know, do you really want to sit and wait and wait? You saw what EOS did. It had a small pump and that's it, and right back down again, below previous, you know, 2018 support levels, like insane. You don't want to be the guy. But you know, that's my take on XRP, and you know, it's not my cup of tea, but you know, I just look at the charts. So you know, maybe the people are saying that, you know, XRP, you know, is gonna be the next big thing, because once the SEC case is done and Ripple is gonna, you know, implement in the entire, you know, Africa, all the banks are gonna use and stuff like that. Replacement for Swift. Yeah, I get that, man. I get. Maybe there is something to that, but you know, I don't know. I just look at the chart and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do something else. Like, there is so much other bullish stuff, new stuff, you know. There was some guy who gave me money, peanut, Mover. Yeah, Mover was one of these coins that we've been looking in. Wow, this is down by a bunch. Do we have a better Mover chart? Mover, let's see, calculate by trading. I don't like Mover. Is this the best chart on Mover? No, there you go. It went up. I think maybe this is the listing. I don't know. Let's check out. Let me just see up here. CoinCap. Let's see on the CoinCap up here. Do we have? When was Mover released? No, this is the full chart. You can see up here, it starts up here and just goes down. So mover got you know, released up here. It went up, you know, on the dollar. Look here, guys. People are using Fibonacci's. You gotta, you know, I've become strongly better, you know, more and more believer in these kind of numbers. This is 10,000% from the bottom towards the top. Exactly on the dollar, 10,000%. I'm not making this up. I did not, you know, I pulled it from the bottom towards the top, the biggest wick we can find, 10,000%. Something did 10,000%, something did 100x at the end of the 8th November 2021, 100x, and after that, it just been bleeding towards downside. It's been bleeding towards downside. And how much is been bleeding towards downside? %98, 98.6%, give or take. Do we have any lower level up here? 98.8% down since then. So whatever happened before with the mover up here, you know, it's not really interesting. So the only thing we should be focusing on over here is, you know, because I don't know whether there is any kind of, you know, fundamentals to this, or, you know, it's gonna do stuff or not. But this doesn't, you know, this chart up here, it's just, you know, looks like, you know, looks like it's bleeding towards downside. Let me see up here. Had a couple of support levels and stuff like that, but it's still just bleeding towards the downside. It's not one. This was actually a strong move up here. Once it came down, but you know, everybody bought this, and it still continues, you know, going towards the downside over here. It broke the trend over here right now, and still needs to break this trend over here. So there are two trends actually that are very important up here. Give or take. I would say this is the trend over here, and then you got a support line up here, below previous levels up here. Maybe some kind of falling wedge up here that's eventually gonna, you know, break up here and then do the move, but you know, it's still bleeding down. Major, it's right now sitting on the, you know, major support level down here, because previous bottom up here needs to be considered a major support level up here, right? So yeah, it is on down there, but how this will perform, I don't know. There are definitely better charts. I different, but like to hear his thoughts on the matter. There was one more. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we've been streaming for 1 hour. Let's double check what Bitcoin is doing, and then we'll go on with our lives. I need to finish my cake. Why replace more like coop? See here, Bitcoin here still needs to get above the 10 moving average. This is on the 4-hourly time frame, and it's not above that. So it is nice spring, but it still needs to go towards the upside. So I'm a little bit unsure whether this is done or not. But it is nice. It is nice pump. It is nice pump. Everybody's excited about pump, but like we said, Bitcoin needs to get above these moving averages up here, and also more importantly, right now it needs to break the downtrend. We had you know, right now downtrend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. 7 days, 1 week of downtrend over here. So eventually this, you know, hopefully bounces up the moving averages, maybe even gets above the moving averages and continues towards up. So we're gonna see that. If it does bounce, it cannot just bounce above moving averages, it needs to also bounce above this line up here as well. So there is more room to go towards upside. We are on some kind of support, hoping for some kind of bounce. Hope for some kind of bounce, so we're gonna see how this actually plays out. Guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the, you know, late night stream talking about Bitcoin and everything else. We looked a little bit about moons, talked about meme coins, Pepe, and stuff like that. So enjoy the day. I'm a little bit, you know, I'm not really sure whether I want to be a YouTuber, trader, investor, anything else. Do I want to be a baker? I've been baking a lot lately. So, you know, I got some kind of, you know, identity crisis in my 40s. But, you know, I like YouTube. We're gonna see if I post more after a while. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you around. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the night. Look for the, you know, get some sleep. It's important. I'll see you around. Bye bye.